Well, good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Beyond these doors lies the garden. Let's go take a look at it, see how it's doing. There we go, look at that. She's doing good. So we had all of our repeat growing romaine lettuces down here. This is the last one. Started getting caterpillars and the rest of them weren't doing good. This one's doing alright, so I'm gonna hang on to it for a little while more. But as you see, we've got a little tiny lettuce back there. Got a little lettuce there. Time. These basil trees, those hedges, those basil hedges, which have a lot of stupid little caterpillars. We've been having to whack off of it every day. Whack off. This is arugula. Gross. I think that's a baby arugula right next to it. That's, I'm sure, an arugula. Gross. These are all just different kinds of lettuces. Not doing so great yet. I'm sure they'll come along. We just got a huge rainstorm last night, so that's gonna help. This and all these are eggplant. This is bell pepper. I'm not sure. These are either pumpkin or like cantaloupe, something like that. Bell pepper. Bell pepper. And look at how many bell peppers are on that bad boy. Yeah. That's a bell pepper. That's a bell pepper. That's a bell pepper. And that's a bell pepper. Oh, and the one back there. Also a bell pepper. My poor cucumber isn't doing well. It's dying. Don't know why. I have no clue. There's still a few cucumbers growing on it though, so I'm not going to pull it yet. We'll let it do its thing until it can no longer do its thing. And the last bell pepper. Onions, mint, huge squash plant. Started getting squash bugs. Think I got them all with Dawn and water sprayed down the plant. This thing is great for the bees. There was actually just a bee here pollinating these flowers, so that's cool. But I mean, this thing produces like nobody's business. We've gotten so many squash off of it this year already. A jalapeno, beautiful. Another jalapeno. These are celebrity tomato, I think. I don't remember. Oh, there it is. Bush Goliath. And they ain't very bushy. They're not very Goliath, but they're good. Another jalapeno. This is the cherry tomato bush, which is doing incredibly well. Thing just doesn't stop. Tomatoes everywhere, as you can see. Just all over. This poor little jalapeno right here was getting overtaken by this. So I had to put a stake underneath it to hold it up. And I might have to stake that over so this cherry tomato won't completely overtake. Got another one back there. But we grew peas. Well, tried to grow peas. They did not grow. Not a single one of them. I think I got 3 pea pods the entire summer. Got Roma right here. The Roma and the Bush Goliath over there. Both of these got attacked by hornworms bad. But both made a comeback. So that's good. Jalapeno back there. Another jalapeno right there. And then this bad boy is the lunchbox orange. It's actually starting to produce a lot of fruit now. This is the green chili, which I just picked our first green chili off of it. This one got attacked by the hornworms when it was little, and it ate almost every leaf on the plant. Because of that, it came back super aggressive. So that's awesome. And then these 6 remaining plants in here are all cauliflower. And these are our compost bins. Look at that. Cauliflower. This one, I think, is going to be real nice because the leaves held real tight. Can you see that? There you go. Right there at the bottom. See that? See that right there? That's the cauliflower head. And there it is. But this one, the leaves open super wide, and that one they sort of opened, so I mean that one's looking good. This one did not look good. I'm gonna pull it and I'm gonna eat it just because I think it's kind of a waste to keep it growing when it's not gonna ball up. And that color is because of too much heat and sun. It's hot in New Mexico. What can you do? Anyway, yeah, that's the garden. She's doing good. All right, just wanted to give you a quick garden update. Today we're going back in the garage. We got more garage work to do. We are going to do a couple of things on my Impreza, swap a couple more things out, and we're going to start getting the Outback engine ready to pull. And if we have time, we'll open up the timing cover for the other engine just to take a look at the timing, see what condition it's in. All right. Welcome back to the garage this morning, guys. Today's video is going to be real short. Today's video is not going to follow the regular video standard. You guys have seen me do all kinds of stuff, so I don't need to keep doing everything in front of the camera for you to see. Anyways, if you're watching this, you probably already know how to do most of this stuff anyway. So I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to do, and we're going to make it quick. We're just going to do a quick time warp, a time swap, so you can just see what's done. So today, I bit the hell out of my tongue and it hurts like hell. But anyway, so we're finally gonna get around to swapping that steering wheel, swapping those last center console silver pieces, and the grill. So without further ado, let's get into it. do you know all these things? Because I follow James on YouTube. And you should too. Alright guys, so as you just saw, we swapped the grill. Kind of like that look with the white trim and the black everything else. I did throw a quick coat of paint over it. I clearly missed a spot. Maybe I'll touch that up, but I just used this bed armor. I figured for the grill, keep it from... It had a lot of paint missing. Oh, actually, look, I missed a few spots. Anyway, it's a big improvement. So, let's look at the inside. We did the e-brake boot, which it looks a lot better. We did that piece with the PRND on it, and we did the trim ring around that. So this whole thing right here. And then we did the steering wheel. I did the actual steering wheel outsides, and you can tell because I left these on there just in case I can figure out a way to hook those up later. And I took the black buttons, and on this side I took the black buttons and the matching silver piece. So that one you can see is a little bit darker than this one, because on the donor steering wheel, this piece has one button right here instead of two buttons. And I tried, it will not work. I'm gonna have to find another donor steering wheel with an identical thing like this to get the two button setup with, and then I can change this trim ring. And I need the two button setup because the aftermarket radio, the controls adapter, it won't work with the single button there. The mode button, it needs the two buttons. So, but anyway, that all looks a lot better. So the only thing left I have to do from the donor car, as far as my car goes, is this bad boy. This is the hatch handle. I just need to put a camera on it, my other camera that I have here, so that when I swap it, I have my backup cam still. So you can see the silver versus the white. I kind of like the white. But yeah, see, I had to cut and trim that to make that camera fit on that hatch handle. So I'm gonna have to do something similar to this one. But now that I know the angle it needs to sit at, I can do a little bit better of a job mounting it. But that's not gonna happen today. And these, here's the old grill. There's the old shift boot. So you can see how bad that was. That I'm just gonna throw away. I have no use for that. Here's the shifter PRND piece that I took off. I mean, it's still in good shape, it's just dirty, and it's that lighter silver color, as well as this. I'm going to hang on to these because I think I might paint them white, so I can have a white option, and I could just swap those out to make it match the outside of the car. This, I need to go through and see what I don't have in my trunk. The rest of it, I'm going to maybe see what's missing from the Outback, fill that in, and the rest will go into the shed. Here's the steering wheel I swapped out. So you can see that's the only button I didn't take, and this trim ring right here. This is all my old setup from that was already in the car, and this little thing is for those Bluetooth calling buttons. But I have to figure out how that's going to tie into the new my car, if I can even do it. I don't know. So I'm going to save this. But yeah, I swapped out the whole steering wheel because you can see mine's like real faded and like, I don't know, build up dirty. That one is not, so that's sweet. These are some grounds I made between the engine and the frame, because that tends to tear a lot, and both the ones on the donor car were torn. One, I think, on this car is torn, so I'm just going to replace them with some of these. So what I want to do with the rest of this video is I want to swap this into here, and then swap the other new radio into the truck. Well, maybe we'll put this one into the truck, and the other new radio into the XB. So again, we're going to do that different formatting where you've seen it a million times, so you don't need to see it again. So I'm just going to kind of do a quick before and after of them. Let me know in the comments if you like that format better. I mean, it's probably going to save a lot of time for you watching videos. If you like that, maybe I'll just switch up and do that permanently. If not, if you like seeing the dragged out the whole thing, then let me know that too, and I can continue to record that way. All right, well, sit tight. Let's proceed with the video. Roll the shitty clips. Roll all of the clips. Alright, believe it or not, that only took right around 40 minutes to get both those radios swapped out. Thank goodness Pioneer, well, up until recently, all of their harnesses that plug into the back of the radio were identical. So swapping from one Pioneer to another Pioneer is just a matter of minutes, because all you have to do is swap the mounting kit and then boom, plug it in. Super sweet. So that's what I did. And as you just saw, the XB has a Bluetooth radio now. The truck has a Bluetooth radio now. My Subi has a Bluetooth radio now. So any vehicle I get in, including the wife's, it's super convenient because Bluetooth automatically connects. Sweet, I'm in the modern era. I need a haircut. Man, look at that hair. there we go. All right. Good, good, good. All right. So I think it's probably better if we start taking stuff off the Outback, draining the fluids, get that intake off, and get this bad boy ready to pull. So I think that's what we'll do right now. I have about an hour before I have to call it a day. And it's actually really nice out today. Very overcast. Hopefully we get some rain. Last night was a crazy storm, but hopefully today we get a little bit of rain. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and start draining this and start pulling stuff off the top. I'll pull the alternator, I'll pull the power steering, I'll pull the AC compressor, pull the intake, fuel lines, and then who knows, if I can get this done quick enough, maybe I could pull this motor out today too. That'd be sweet. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Okay, there we go. She's out. Left the power steering pump in, all connected. That system's still buttoned up. AC buttoned up. Starter still attached, coolant hoses, fuel lines up there in the corner. Yeah, and it just pops right on out. I think while I have it out, I'm gonna have to replace the clutch and throwout bearing, all that good stuff. Slave cylinder looks good, master cylinder looks good. So just that, and just that throwout bearing and the clutch. The clutch doesn't look terrible, but you know, why not replace it while it's out of the car? No, I'm not all covered in grease and dirt. What are you talking about? Just wanted to take a pause real quick and show you something right quick. What do you think of this? Look at that. Look at that piston. It's got a lot of carbon buildup on it. It's not too bad though. It'll work, right? What about this one? You think that one will be okay? Think that one will continue to work? I think that'll be okay. Should be just fine. Fine, just fine. Yeah, that looks good. Cylinder looks great too. Super crunchy. It looks fantastic. So we'll just go ahead and reassemble this and put it back together and put it in the car. Great. So there's the head. I just showed you the cylinders. Piston sucks. So I'm just disassembling this to keep the good parts off of it. And I was thinking about hanging onto this head. But looking at that, I don't think it's probably not a good idea. This thing isn't worth a shit. It is not in good shape. So what I'm gonna do is, I guess I'll pull out the spark plug because that shit was brand new when he did this, and junk the rest. Okay, so it'll probably take me another hour, give or take, to disassemble this engine and keep what I need off of it. The rest of it's going to scrap. So I'm gonna keep that entire passenger side head. What is that, the left head? Wait, is the motor the right head? I'm gonna keep the right head, the sensors, coolant, transfer pipe, you know, just anything that's could possibly break on my motor and I may need, just out of an abundance of caution, I'm gonna go ahead and hang on to that stuff. The rest of it I'm just gonna leave back here in the bed of the truck, and next week I'm gonna take a load to the scrap yard. Yeah, buddy. Possibly even that. Still unsure about that yet, though. It still might go to the motherland up in northern New Mexico for parts storage, but we'll see. Don't know yet. All right, but that's where we stand. I still have to disassemble that motor back there on the stand. You can see it right here. Yeah, so I have to take that one apart still. So I'll make another video on that. But I think that I'm gonna try and make this a little bit of a shorter video. So I'm gonna end that on this note right here. I'm gonna cut the video short, call it a day, and pick up when I start taking that one apart. You know the routine. Smash that like button, crush that subscribe button, hit the bell while you're at it, tell a friend, comment down below, let's get a conversation started. Tell your friends to subscribe, and thank you again for watching. We will see you on the next one. This is the Master of None, signing out of the Toy Box Garage.